Good morning, people. I just had to stop. Citroen. it's what happens is when you load if I load the car up, the suspension doesn't go up. If it's sort of like because you've loaded it and you've put all that weight in it, it doesn't. So I've just driven like half a mile, got out of the car, and you sort of look at, you can sense it's not up. Well, it's not completely obvious. The thing is, it could damage the suspension. So you go, oh. So I should have videoed it. I didn't think about it, but I got out of the car, locked the door, you know, and then the suspension went up. So now it's up. So I don't know what. I wouldn't exactly just say it is faulty, but I mean, obviously, because that half a mile you could damage the suspension, couldn't you? The car, because it's too low. That's what I mean. So this morning, humming and haying. It's about 5:45 now. It's Sunday morning. Just going to Glasgow. I'm a bit late. I should be there by now, but I'll still get in, I think. It's just a bit of a hassle going in to Glasgow car boot when you're a bit later. But I mean, I woke up about 3:30 and I was like, fuck, trying to make up my mind whether I was going to go or not. And I was going to go to Errol. What's the thing? Have I got fuel? Not really. Only got 2 fucking bits. Could go to Asda or Robroyston. There's been floods there. That's it. So I'm now awake. So I'm now walking the dog with dark clothes. I'm now fully awake. Whereas before, so now I'm sort of wired now. Yeah, I'm going to do it, you know, sort of thing. yeah, you start off going, oh. I just really wasn't keen on going at all. I prefer going to Falkirk. If I was at Falkirk, I would have been sleeping there. I'd be in the van sleeping now. But I have been using the van to ferry mud around from the front garden, so that's kind of why, you know. That is kind of why. I might not have. Oh, if Falkirk had been on, I suppose I'd have been in. The aircon's not on. It's the thing with modern cars, isn't it? Just got to look down at this fucking thing. It's like, it's not exactly that easy, is it? It's way down there. And this isn't the most modern car, is it really? No, it isn't. It's not. so we'll just see what happens when we get there. You're just going over all, oh, what have you forgot? You know. What have you forgot? So in Falkirk Council, it's funny it says Falkirk Council. Why did it just say Falkirk? It's Falkirk Council. The thing about councils is they've become overrun by complete nutters, ideologues, green communists. This woman says to me yesterday, can you prove the Scottish government has been taken over by green communists? Or the SNP, well, she said the SNP. And I said, well, yeah, just look at all their legislation that's been passed. So they've got a deal going with them, even though they were in a coalition and they broke company. That was only superficially, you know, for the public. But the reality is they never parted company. The Green Communists and the SNP. So the reason, so all you ideologues, nationalists, have got yourselves green communism because of their need for power, and that's how politics works. Which is why you shouldn't keep all your eggs in one basket, and you shouldn't believe or trust any of these politicians because they're all paid liars. That's what Robert says, and he's right. The video I was watching last night was about psychopathic women in the workplace, and it's really such a. I think what's happened in our society it's become a predilection to supporting women, females, and it's actually destroying society. Because the females are supposed to be having children and they're not, so they're going into the workplace. And it's all this is another big thing. It's like with AI, are we even going to have a workplace? You know. So I think a lot of it is from the very basic sort of thing. If you're a really useful person, you can survive because the workplace needs you. But if you're just like them, that's why they behave like that. It's because they, in order to have power, they have to steal it. Yellow one in high winds forecast. You know, they have to fight for it instead of doing it ethically, morally. It's quite a lot of traffic, considering. So the other topics, this lady that I know, her daughter has decided she's a male, and I tried to advise her. It turns out Well, I think what she was trying to say was she was giving her 10 grand to have her breasts removed, and I says no, 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 do not do that. I says you can't fight her, but why, you're not paying, why should you pay for that? Don't pay for that. It's insane. And she never actually admitted it, but I think she was she'd agreed to pay 10 grand for her daughter to get her breasts removed. It's one of these stupid electric things behind me. You can tell because the lights go right across, don't you? And so it's a very difficult situation for a parent to have, you know, to be in. But you don't want to sort of go too far with it. It does look like one of these electric things, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. I don't think they're safe, these things, myself, but oh well. You lot know better. No, they're not. Just when did they start this lights going right across the whole car? When did that start? So yeah, I mean, it's become a bit of a... I think at the end of the day, the problems are that a lot of that gender thing is... when you start talking about having operations and everything, that's when it's getting sort of dangerous, if you like. Because you can't undo these things. And somebody young like that, I don't know how old she is. I think she's a postgraduate or she's academic. So they're academics. So her daughter's an academic, you know, and we've got so many academics that our society is becoming unbalanced because instead of going, oh, I need 10 grand off you to buy property, which would be more appropriate. She's an academic, she's wanting to get her body mutilated, and so back I was talking about psychopathic women in the workplace where they should be having children, you know, they should be having children, and then the men should be working. But that's the old-fashioned thing, but they don't want that, do they? So they don't want that. So I think at the moment I think it's all going to come to some kind of head at some point. Falling birth rates, academics, you know, the whole picture's not good. The whole feminist thing. I think transgenderism is an offshoot of feminism, and it's not particularly helpful. On other news, my numpty brother and his wife. Well, so I hope he's. Well, I think it's probably. If he heard me saying that, he'd probably. I would hope he'd have a laugh. But he's come over from Australia, so he sent me a message in June. Do you want to meet up in the beginning of October? So, yes. So that I haven't heard from him since. I don't know what his plans are. something beginning of October, because I was planning on going away to Campbelltown. So so I goes on Facebook. So he's pretty careful about what he puts on Facebook, or certainly is on the page that I know about, that I'm friends with him with. So he's very careful about what he puts on. I don't know if he's got another one. But, you know, some people maybe keep it with, oh, this is it, you see, this is what I'm about to say. They keep it with family. So I'm not family, am I? So he was tagged by his old school friend from Fort William, who I don't remember, in Portugal. So right, he's in Portugal. So then she tagged him again about a week later. So now he's in Perthshire in a camper van. So I suppose the moral of the story is, if you want to be careful on your Facebook, you got to watch when other people are tagging you, if that's the word. Well, they're sending out a post and they're using your name in it. I do that with Ian. I send out pictures of cars, and then he says, "Oh yeah, we're all right. We're in this camper van at Loch Tay." So the thing is, my friend says, "Well, what?" He said to me last week, "Why don't you ask him when he's coming to visit you?" But I don't want to appear to be needy, right? Because I always get treated like shit by my relatives. Well, it's always been the way, and so now I'm sort of backing off. But that's what you would do if you're getting treated badly by people. You back off, but it's not necessarily badly by him. It's just he's sort of like a neutral stance, which he's not an out-and-out narcissist as such. But well, he does have some of the traits. But I mean, so I don't know. So he said, so what'll happen is, and this is what happened the last time I seen him, was I was very much an afterthought, and oh well, I don't really have time, and so he squeezed me in. And I don't think, well, we went to meet him at the airport in Edinburgh. It's the last time I've seen him. So he was all over the place, waiting, and he wouldn't come and visit me. Where at that time I was in Glasgow, and he was travelling around quite a bit. Him and his wife, they didn't want to come visit me, so that's fine. You can't make somebody like you, you know. So it's like, we'll meet up. And I think what he does is he knows he has to, it's his duty. So he'll say something like, oh, I'll meet you, do you want to meet at this airport hotel, which is what we did do. And I think he thinks I'm not going to go, and I did go. And it was quite awkward for me to get there. And of course, the narcissists in the family were needing them to go to their bit. So all the while, when I'm with them, there's don't miss a turning. It would be easy. So they're trying to get him to go to Queensfern, and that's the thing, the whole family dynamic that we've got from the family that I was brought up with. I suppose that's the family I come from, that I was always left out. So I think they like either subconsciously or deliberately do that to me. Whereas I don't get invited to anything, you know. So they didn't think to invite me because they don't want, because my sister hates me. So everybody else sort of goes along with it. They don't necessarily hate me, they just can't be bothered fighting. What's that thing with narcissism, isn't it? So it's the workplace. So keep your head down, and that's what happened at the. Happened at the that group I went to. This woman decided she was going to start attacking me, and she did. And this is a low-level group with low-level people, and there's another one joined in. So the women got rid of me out of that group using their narcissistic abuse tactics. So I got away from them, but I had to leave that group. And that's what they do. So we're talking about a boardroom, or we're just talking about a group of women in it. in a help group, you know. So they want to sort you out, they will, you know, and get rid of you. And you have to sort of, well, why fight them, especially numpties? But if you're in a workplace, well, I don't know. So basically, people just try to keep their head down. So I've been main target. The women in the family hate me, they do. So only they know why. I mean, it's like, it's their shadow. They're not dealing with their shadow. And I represent something in people. A lot of people, so I represent these negative feelings in it, and so they don't like me. And that's, so what I do now is I don't fucking need women, do I? You know? I just manage to avoid them and ignore them. For the most part, I mean, there's some nice ones about, obviously. I mean, they're not all like that. I might like to make that point clear. Not everybody's like that. You know? Coming off at block here. Right, so the whole thing is just you've got to learn to love yourself, I suppose, you know, and just try not to really depend on any of them, because well, they're just going to let you down, aren't they? So I don't know how they do things, they're just different. We're all like in my family, we're all abused, so they come out in different ways. It's also a bit scary coming down here. Doors are locked. It is. It's a bit fucking scary down here. You're fucking right, it is. You just... It's like this motorway network, and look how they don't give a fuck about it as well. I always get confused down here because... which way am I going? Well, it's this way, isn't it? Yeah. I all got it wrong a couple of times. By going the wrong way. But going to the right takes you back to the motorway, doesn't it? Aye. So we'll need to go to Robroyston at the end time to get diesel. I think I have gone the wrong way. I fucking have. What have I done wrong? It's not the first time I've done this. I've turned the wrong way. Yeah. It's an easy mistake to make. If you're a complete fucking clown. So... yeah. How did you manage that? This isn't the right road. Yeah, it'd be straight. Yeah, I did that wrong, so I should have turned right here and then go under here and then turn left. Royston, yeah. I've done that. I have done this before. This isn't the first time I've made this mistake, right? So here we are, right? I think you can understand. It's an excusable mistake. Right, so what I'll do is I'll switch off the video and start a new one for the experience of getting in the car boot. You maybe don't want a massive video for that. So I'd imagine they're all in, but now I think I'm late. I think I'm probably late, yeah. I think so. You're late and you've got somebody driving like a fanny. Where the fuck are you going? What are you doing? For fuck's sake. Right. down here, so the queue's the way in. I'm about an hour late. Somebody gone in there. There's the truck sitting there. Yeah, there's a car coming out. It's a weird place because you can come in here about this time of morning and you feel like you're really late. In actual fact, it's still fucking early, isn't it?